Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. This is episode 2 of the Phone Tech at Work podcast. I just wanted to really just talk about the Note 9 because I haven't really done it solo or made a vlog about it. Now, the Galaxy Note 9 is a phone that's a spec'd out S9 Plus. It's a minor upgrade from the Galaxy Note 9. You have Bluetooth featured on the S Pen now, and you can click pictures and all that stuff. I'm just more curious about the 8 gigabytes of RAM and how the phone will perform after a week or two, or just adding a whole bunch of apps. Now, 512 gigabytes of storage is different. I don't think I ever had a device or a tablet that's that big. I do have an iPad that has 256 gigabytes of storage, but my son is using that, so he has a whole bunch of different games on there. So he's happy with that because he doesn't have to worry about storage or whatever. But as far as the Galaxy Note 9, not the S9, I didn't have a chance to watch the whole keynote because I was at work, but it was definitely I was definitely seeing a lot of tweets. A lot of people were talking about the Galaxy Home speaker and how it looks. In my personal opinion, that speaker is really hideous. Like, I thought the HomePod and like all these other smart speakers that are just formed into different shapes that are not normally seen, but this one basically looks like a black Google Home with some legs on it, and it looks like it should be in the front of your house for Halloween. Now, would I buy that? Hell no, because I'm not into smart speakers, but it's definitely something that, I don't know what the hell Samsung was thinking. But the Galaxy Watch, I saw pictures of it. It looks clean. I'll probably think about getting it, but I'm more into, having another Apple Watch ever since I had my first one. I really miss it, and I'll probably be picking up the new Apple Watch if they do have a Generation 4. But on to the Note 9. So the Galaxy Note 9 in America comes in 2 different colors. You have this brown color. Well, actually, no. We have this purple lavender color because the brown color is not in the US, and they'll probably bring that later on to like Best Buy or whatever, and they'll probably say, oh, the new Note 9 in the doodoo brown bathroom edition phone. But yeah, it's, you know what, the colors, that's another thing that I always thought about at the end of the day. Why don't they put a red Note or even like a red Galaxy S9 Plus? Why is it always purple or blue or black? And a lot of people are mad that there's no black option, but for so many years we've had that option for so many Galaxy phones. I don't know why people are tripping about not having black. The blue one I saw in store, and it looks super dark, but in pictures that I've seen on YouTube or videos I've seen on YouTube, pictures I've seen on websites, it looks almost like a light blue. So it's weird. I think it all depends on the case. On the sunlight or the light that hits it, and to where it changes colors. Now, for the lavender purple or the lavender color, whatever, violet, it looks cool. But it's definitely not something that I would be rocking. I think to be different, I would probably get it because I did actually have that violet Note 5 one. And I think after like a few weeks, I was like, why did I get this color? But at the end of the day, it's going to go in a case, so it doesn't really matter about that. So why did I pre-order the Galaxy Note 9? Well, for one thing, I did get that BOGO deal from Verizon Wireless, and it made a lot of sense. And they had like a little catch to it where a free one had to be the 128. And I believe on Best Buy it said how you're able to get the 256 and it will apply credits for $9.99, but then at the same time, like, it's always a risk on that, because if it says that it's only for the 128, I would definitely just get the 128 that's free. So I got the 512 for myself, and I got the 128 for a family member who's actually hopping on to my plan. So it made perfect sense that I could do it now, and I basically get a Note for free. I did have to upgrade my iPhone 10, so I'm actually sending that back out, and then when the new one comes out, I probably sell my Pixel 2 XL and I'll get that, or I'll figure something out because I can't live without an iPhone. So I'm definitely have my iPhone 5C back on deck for another month or so, and or I'll probably pick up like an iPhone 7 or something, because I mean, to keep it real, my iPhone 10 has had so many problems lately. Like, it's been like lagging, and the camera is like blurry because I don't know, it's just I'm just been having super problem with that phone. But back to the Galaxy 9, I keep getting off track. The Galaxy Note 9 is on steroids as far as specs. Like, a lot of people will say it's the same processor, same GPU, but at the end of the day, that phone has exactly what you need in a device. I think the only thing that is missing is probably an IR blaster, maybe having a 4K display, and having a fingerprint underneath the display. And another thing would be to be close to almost bezel-less. Now, if you guys were looking for, say, having like a bezel-less display, would have been happy if the Note 9 had a notch on it and you had that effect that it was full screen? So you guys let me know down in the comments below if you would think having a notch on the Note 9 would have made people more happy that it didn't have bezels or have a chin and a forehead, as they say. But I did pre-order it. I went in store and I looked at it. I was playing with the S Pen. I was taking pictures with the S Pen. It makes sense. I mean, like, it probably doesn't make sense to people who don't take a lot of pictures. But if you're like me and you have kids and you're big into family and you take those pictures to where, you know, saying how you got to hold the phone up, this makes more sense to me, because now I could just press it and it's almost like a DSLR remote. Like, there's a lot of cameras that have that option to take pictures with an external remote. But at the end of the day, I think the phone is dope. It looks too much like the Note 8, and I think that's the only problem that I foresee for myself. 512 gigabytes of storage is an overkill, but I'm more interested in the 8 gigs of RAM. Like, you can't buy the 6 gigs of RAM and then if it lags, you say have regrets, and you're like, why I didn't pay the extra $250 and just get the 512. That's what I'm really, really interested in. And will it affect like the multitasking and the battery life? Battery life is another thing. 4,000 milliamp battery on a Note, that shit is gonna look pretty. That's just gonna last at least a day and a quarter. Has to, you know. And I'll see if I could fill up the storage. Big shout out to Team 100. I'm going to make this a 10-minute podcast. I just wanted to throw them out there. We stream every Friday night, and we're going on episode 52 coming up soon. So the Galaxy Note 9, at the end of the day, is a device that's pretty much for the big dogs, you know. And I really want to try it without having a security tag on it, you know. I'm definitely interested in it. I don't have my S9 Plus no more because I sold it, so I'm going to need another Galaxy phone back in the building. And it does come with the 8KG headphones or the 15,000 V-Bucks for Fortnite, which my son told me that I definitely got to get for him because he's trying to get his game up on Fortnite, and those V-Bucks are expensive. And yeah, so my name is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, episode number 2. I did have a podcast with Forbes for the episode 2 about HTC, and the audio was so bad that I had to cut it. But big shout out to Forbes Tech Review, and big shout out to everyone from Team 100, the whole community of YouTubers. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast. And follow Phone Tech at Work, subscribe to the channel, and look out for the next podcast, episode number 3. Peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Later.